What is going on in your life that is going through fire? Is your marriage that is going through fire? Is it your kids? Is it behavioral issue on your kids? Is it your grandkids? Is it your job? Is it your finances? Is it your health? What is going on through fire? And I'm gonna challenge you right now that your conviction doesn't come from the result, but it comes from what is planted inside of you.
This is the Legacy Maker Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Legacy Makers Podcast. This is the space where we keep it real about faith, about purpose, and strength. And if that's you, we're gonna say welcome to another episode. And today's episode has a little bit of an edge because the reality is this, guys. Time is running out. This is not a podcast for the faint of heart. It is for the men who are ready to wake up, who feel that they've been asleep for a while, but you feel that there's something deep in your soul. And you know what? That is really good. If you feel something stirring in your heart for a while, this is the podcast for you. Because in reality is that we are living with attention because we've been slept for a while. And it's almost like this alarm has sounded very loud, very clear for us to wake up. I hope that by the time you walk away, you will live with understanding the 5 core traits of being a legacy maker, but with urgency, with a true action that you need to take in the next 90 days. But you cannot postpone it, guys. You cannot, under any circumstance. This is the time that we take real action, because the reality is this: people are depending on you. That's why you hear me right. People are depending on you. Your wife is depending on you. Your children are depending on you. Your girlfriend is depending on you. Your parents are depending on you. Your grandkids are depending on you. Your community is depending on you. Your church is depending on you. Your business is depending on you. Your job is depending on you. The nation is depending on you. People are depending on you for you to wake up and understanding these traits that you have to care from within your heart to be a true legacy maker. So let's dive in. You want to? As I say, thank you so much. We're going to talk about urgency, because every heartbeat counts. Every heartbeat that you're feeling right now, it really counts. Because when you realize that time is skipping away, kids are growing up, careers are advancing, faith is moving, all these things are happening around you. And if you don't realize that this is happening in your home, then you're gonna believe that one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna realize that you didn't do nothing to pave the way for these things to take place. That's why there is a Bible verse that says, be watchful and stand firm, act like men and be strong. They don't say act like men tomorrow, or act as men when things are better in your life, or act like men when you have things figured out. Act like men when you feel like you have the time to invest in your health, or act like, no, he says act like men now. This is the day that the Lord hath made. I want to tell you, it is absolutely crazy to realize things happen in a matter of seconds. Things happen almost like immediately when you don't even expect things to happen. There was an accident in Spain. This soccer player who was in the early 20s was driving, and the tire blew up and he died immediately. And the reality is, we like to believe that we have all this time ahead of us, and the honest truth is the time is skipping away. Every single day is a day that we don't have. And we have to be honest with ourselves. In fact, I want you to pause for a second and look around and see what you are becoming, or who you are becoming. What are you doing with your life even right now? What is happening in your life? What is going on in your life right now? Because that is your reality. And the reality is that many of us hate where we are today, hate to realize that we have not really understood that we have to wake up, and have been almost like enjoying this sleeping time of our lives. We're sleeping on our kids. We're sleeping on our wife. We're sleeping on our faith. We're just taking the back seat while something else takes over those things that we care and that we cherish so much. So I'm gonna talk about the first trait that every legacy maker needs to have, and that is a vision with a deadline. You have to have a vision with urgency. Vision without scheduling is just a vapor. It's just an idea. It's just something that sounds good on paper. It sounds something that it just sounds like something cool to have. But when you write down your vision, for instance, I want to be a good dad. And the way that I want to do that today is that I am going to go kick a soccer ball with my son, or I am going to take him for a ice cream, whatever that is. That is a vision, because you're putting things into action. That was your desire. I want to be a good dad, and in order for that, I'm going to do this. Now you're implementing your vision with a deadline. Today, by 8 o'clock, I am going to do this in order for me to be a good dad. So there is almost like you are putting something tangible with a vision that you have about being, I want to be a good dad. That's my vision. And in order for that, I am going to go take my son for an ice cream, or I want to play soccer with my son, or whatever that is. What is something that you can say in 90 days from now, by this time, I will what? What is that? By this time, I will what? Have a vision. Have a vision. You know, I want to be vulnerable with you guys today, because I believe that if we don't wake up, we continue to stay asleep the way that we have. When we open our eyes, we're going to realize how late it is. Because time continues the clock is ticking. Today is gone. Today, this is the only thing we have. Yesterday is gone. This morning is gone. I only have right now. Tomorrow has not come yet. What am I doing with it? And I'm going to be honest. My daughter, they called me about a few weeks ago, and I was out of town, and they called me and said that my daughter was in the hospital. My daughter is, she just got married last year, and that they had to take her to the emergency, and then they had to take her to ICU. And the reason was because they diagnosed her they said that she has diabetes type 1, and that her sugar was in the 500s. That devastated me. She has a future ahead of her. She has all these dreams. She has all these desires. She wants to be a mommy. She has all these things inside of her. And yet she's faced with this reality. Something is going on with her body. Something is going on inside of her. And nobody understands how they happen or why they happen, but it is here. So I decided I'm going to pray for my daughter. And you know what? Every single day, I've been saying, God, heal my daughter. God, you promise that we are your people, that our bodies belong to you, that by your stripes we are healed. So I ask you to heal my daughter. And for the next 90 days, I want to do everything I can to pray, to ask. I'm going to fast, because my vision is by 90 days, God is going to do something miraculous in her life. But the reality is that I sleep. There's times that I don't even think about praying, and I make a commitment, and there is days that I become busy, or things just become, I get hit so hard with things. But I believe that God is at work in our lives, guys. God wants to do something amazing, but he wants us to wake up. So number one trait of a legacy maker is have a vision with a deadline. Number two, conviction under fire. Conviction. It is easy when everything's going well in your life. The real courage is when something just doesn't go the way that we hope that we go. Sometimes you like I was just saying, sometimes things are going great, and Lord is good and everything is going great. But when things take a sour turn, that's when our conviction is real. I can preach about faith. I can preach about God is good. I can tell you guys that, everything is going to be all right. But when I get tested, when things become hard, that's when the conviction becomes real. That's when the conviction becomes completely and 100% real. When we are passed through fire and we feel this thing inside of us, this doubt, this confusion, anger, inadequacy, that's a trait that we must have. To be conviction under fire. That no matter how hot the fire is, we believe the things are gonna work together for good. And every ounce of our being wants to renounce, wants to complain, wants to say this is not fair. But I am gonna have conviction that said this is the moment that I'm gonna step into my calling. What is going on in your life that is going through fire? Is your marriage that is going through fire? Is it your kids? Is it behavioral issue on your kids? Is it your grandkids? Is it your job? Is it your finances? Is it your health? What is going on through fire? And I'm going to challenge you right now that your conviction doesn't come from the result, but it comes from what is planted inside of you. That's how you build a legacy, when you have a conviction that I know that I know that I know. I will stand. I will not renounce. I will continue to pray. I will continue to ask. I will continue to knock. I will, regardless how hot the fire gets. I know my conviction is that He is good. The number 3 trait that a legacy maker needs to have is a brotherhood on purpose. Acting like a man happens in the company of another man. When you are shoulder to shoulder with another man, when you become vulnerable, open, and transparent with another man, when you become a completely vulnerable with another man and said, I messed up again. I look at things that should not be looked. I say things I should have not said. I allow things in my house I should not allow. I allowed the enemy to come and begin to mess with my head about my wife or my kids or my job or my business or my health or my finances. You need to be able to talk to somebody and to be able to give them permission to keep you accountable, whatever you're going through. The number 4 trait of a legacy maker is grit. Grit with action. I'm not talking about being motivated. I'm not talking about being resilient. Not being impacted by the circumstances, but your conviction. And in reality, you're going to get tired at times. It's going to be very, very heavy. It's going to be very hard. There's days that you're just going to, everything within you is going to want to give up. It's going to want to give in. But you can't quit. You can't quit. You have to have a grit. You have to have desire. I'm going to go through this fire. I am going to make it happen. I'm going to cry out to God. You have to have a grit. I'm not going to let this marriage be another statistic. I'm going to fight for this marriage. We're going to be the oddball of that couple that has stayed together through thick and thin. I'm going to make sure that my kids are not victim of social media. I'm not going to allow the social media or the internet take over my family. I am going to have determined to be able to bring this in my home, resilience. I am going to have grit, and I'm going to act. I'm going to say, no, we're not going to watch that. No, we're going to have that. Yes, I'm going to stop by the store and buy you roses. Yes, I'm going to take you on a date. Yes, I'm going to be able to, we're going to tied up our finances. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Why? Because you have grit and you're going to put it into action for a purpose. But you have to have a clear vision as to where you're taking your family. You can just say, we're not going to do that. You have to let them know this is what we want to do. This is our objective as family. This is where we're going to go. Trait number 5 of a legacy maker is protection in presence. Protection. You're going to protect your home. You have to protect your heart. You have to protect your mind. You have to protect your marriage. You have to protect your mind. You have to protect your kids. You have to protect. This is not an option. This is your duty. This is your job. This is your calling. When you step into your calling as a man, God expects you to protect that which He has given to you. And you have to do it by being present. You can't protect without being present. You have to be present emotionally, physically. God is calling us, guys. God is calling us to protect our home. It is enough. Enough is enough that the enemy, he's continued to come into your house, takes over your family, takes over your everything, and you allow that to happen. We cannot, it's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to wake up, guys. It really is. I am tired of watching the enemy take over my life and my mind and my behavior and my marriage and begins to whisper in my ear saying, you're not good enough. You're stupid. Look at what happened. Look at you. You're weak. I'm tired of taking the passive role. I'm tired of taking this passive backstage. It's time for me to step into my calling. It's time for you to wake up. Because here's the reality. The cost of being passive is that time is going to go away. It's going to pass you by. If you don't take action, your life is going to drift away. Kids are going to grow up without your guidance, without your support, without you putting a protection around them. Your dreams are going to die by neglecting them. You're going to end up the rest of your life wishing what it was, what could have been. Your faith becomes just a memory, not a lifestyle. Becomes an abstract thing, but it's not who you are. I refuse to be passive. Say it with me. I refuse to be passive. I refuse to be a passive man. I need to take action. I need to move forward. I need to protect. I need to cover my house. I need to make sure that I have the grit that I need to have. What trade are you lacking of? What is your goal in the next 90 days? What are you going to do in order for you to reach that goal? Who is your accountability partner? Who are you going to call today to walk alongside with you? Who are you going to say, hey, brother, I need you. Hey, brother, I need you to walk with me. What trade are you desired to have? Are you want to be more protective in your home? Are you going to have more grit? What trade? Are you going to have a brother in your life? Are you going to be able to be convicted in your faith, even though the fire is hot and is strong? Are you going to have a vision with a deadline in your life? Because the reality is that's how you and I are building our legacy. That's how you and I are building that which is given to us. Your family depends on us. It depends on you. My family depends on me. My marriage depends on me. We can't take a passive role anymore. We have to wake up and answer the call. The trumpet is sounding. He who hears, he who has ears, let it hear. Do you have ears to hear? You're not called to be passive. You cannot be passive anymore. You've done it for so long. Look at where it's taking you. So have a vision with a plan. Where you're going to go and how long in the next 90 days. What you're going to do to achieve that goal. Who you're going to have as an accountability partner. Who you're going to call today to say, this is what I hope to do in the next 90 days. Making me accountable. I want to ask you to just right there where you are, man. Just write down those. And if you if you don't know where to start, just send me a message, man. Just put a comment, say, hey, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to reach out to you. So I'm going to encourage you to share this with somebody that may need to wake up. Put a comment in the comment box. Share it on your socials. I really desire for more men to realize that we don't have time to stay dormant anymore. We don't have time. Clock is ticking, guys. Time is against us now. Our nucleus of people depend on you and I to step up. It really does. So I just want to say thank you again for logging in, for watching, for listening. And I'm just going to encourage you, if you're comfortable, will you share with somebody? Will you subscribe? Because in reality, you're not an spectator. You're part of this. And when you share with somebody, it's like you are sharing almost from your heart. Hey, you know what? This touched my heart. And because it touched my heart, I wanted to touch your heart. So I desire that you build your own legacy, that your legacy has rhythm, that your legacy has rhyme, and that your legacy has a purpose. In the meantime, I just want to say thank you. God bless you. And let's do what we can to save one man at a time. Because if you save the man, you save the family. And you save the family, you save your nation. Thank you, and God bless you.